bitch back. I go by the name Black Pat.
And I go by the name of the Sensei Blue.
And you are now live and you rocking with the open discussion. And you know, we got our girl with us.
Hey y'all, it's Bria Charlize.
Hey, man, it's going down. This is
guru.
Fashion guru. Like, tell people about yourself real quick. Like,
Okay. Hold up. So I'm a menswear designer, a menswear architect, or a wardrobe architect. So that's just another way how I brand myself as a men's personal stylist. And I'm also a serial entrepreneur.
Hey, look.
So, yeah.
You see all that? Look, just all this greatness.
We go way back.
Way back. Okay, so this is open discussion. This is where we dip into like some dope topics. You know what I'm saying? And today's topic, what we talking about, Brother Blue?
So we're gonna talk about Gucci. I know y'all seen that Gucci, all
black
the blackface and all that. So that's what we're gonna get into, and we got none other than somebody that knows all they stuff about fashion. So we're gonna get into that.
So first of all, we're gonna let Bria, you know what I'm saying, tell us the actual story. So like, just tell us what happened real quick with the
Tell us the Gucci.
Okay, so basically in a nutshell, you know, different brands, they have different advertisements and different stuff. So they basically put out an advertisement, and it was a white, Caucasian lady that had on like a black turtleneck where it was giving off a black face.
Right.
And then it had like the lips like painted, with like the red lips to show and indicate that it was a black face. And once it like surfaced, you know, it spread like wildfire, and everybody just went crazy. So that was just basically in a nutshell.
Yeah, so like literally, I know everybody been seeing this, been all over your social media and all that. Like literally, everybody erupted over this. Which of course, don't get me wrong, like we should have. Us as a people, we've been through enough. We've seen a lot. We've been all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go through all that again. Saying that, you know what we've been through. So literally, like, I can understand, you know, the angry, the backlash, because it's not cool. Especially coming from the hip hop community, or even just, you know what I'm saying, the urban community in general. We support Gucci. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't support Gucci because I can't afford Gucci right now. I'm keeping it G. Well, I can, but I ain't gonna break my pockets for it. Let's put it that way. So it's like, you know, it's a thing to where in the community though, we have supported Gucci for a long time. Like even who we got, Dapper Dan, right? You know.
So like Dapper Dan goes back from like the 80s. He worked with hip hop artists such as like Jay-Z. He worked with like really underground people in New York, in Harlem, way before they became where they are now.
This is a black man.
Yeah, this is a black man.
Dapper Dan.
So like recently when it was kind of like Virgil when he, you know, got his chance with Louis Vuitton. It was the same with Dapper Dan, but Dapper Dan been around for like I said, the 80s. So when he got that chance, you know, another African American male, you know, he putting on for our community. You know, we praised him, we enjoyed that, but then when this happened, it kind of like shifted. So I feel like everybody was looking at Dapper Dan like, bruh, what you about to do? Like, you can't be for this, you know. So it's like, how do we make it like better? So that's basically what we're going to talk about.
All right.
Yeah, because like it's rough. Like, Brother Blue, I know you finna say, I'm sorry.
So to start off, like, okay, let's take it back. Like, we ain't even gotta have history all the way back to the 90s, and like, you know, definitely Dapper Dan, but what happened a year ago?
Right.
With H&M,
right?
And we still shopping at H&M. We still going back. You know what I mean? Like, what happened with all this? Like, you know, if we gonna boycott something, it gotta be like the whole community.
We gotta stand on it.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know, you look, he's speaking from the fact the whole community, like, you know, we got people like Floyd Mayweather. He speaks out and he says, I'm gonna shop at Gucci no matter what. You see all these bags I don't carry, like. That's bogus, bro. Like, if we gonna stand on it, we gotta stand on it together. And then at the same time, I feel like we gotta come from a place to where we should help other black entrepreneurs, other black fashion gurus. Now, I'm wrong. We just talked about Dapper Dan, but you know what I mean in general.
Because now think about this. All this time that you spending getting Gucci, all these different people, it's gonna be who's coming out next? Louis Vuitton is coming out next. Who's coming out next? Nike is coming out next and throwing something racist out. So really, it's like we have to start supporting our own kind. If the homeboy down the street got the clothing line, you need to be trying to be the flyest in his clothing line and get Bria to style you. So, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta dress your stuff up the right way with what you got in the black community.
Yeah, like, Bria, like, could you name like some dope, I mean, let's say black fashion lines, like anybody that you know that you can name? What you think?
Me personally, with my menswear brand, Foreign Closet, I've just really been trying to invest more in the learning aspect, so that way I can be more, because I feel like, okay, so let me go back to Dapper Dan. He made a post and he was just like, you have to learn to earn. And with that being said, you have to invest into yourself. And we do need like big brands to help us, but we don't need big brands to help us. Like if we put our knowledge and our willpower together, I feel like we can create a way bigger force than what they have, because our spending dollars is way more powerful than anybody else. Like if you look at the statistics, like we spend so much
we blow that money
on other people's brands. So it's like I'm very big on trying to work with what I have and work with those that are around me. So it's other like luxury brands and stuff like that that's black owned, of course, but however, like we have Foreign Closet, which is what I have, which is a sportswear contemporary brand. Like I said,
super dope.
I'm revamping that. Another good brand in Dallas is Pop Out with Tania. We have Young Kings. Isn't it Young Kings?
I'm out for them.
We got Stay Down clothing, you know what I'm saying? That's the shout out to y'all. Hey,
we got a lot of good brands in Dallas. If I miss you, like don't take it.
And the same thing, y'all be like, oh yeah, these like small local people overpricing. It's like, man, I gotta overprice until I get to the big leagues, because
no. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but it's not overpriced, because you gotta know your craft. Like,
and you gotta know your worth.
You gotta know your worth. You can't shortchange yourself, because you gotta think about it. Coming from a designer, I'm a stylist and a designer, but coming from a designer's aspect, especially like for my seamstress out there, like Donna, Indica, all of them like that, you have to invest that time. Like if you gotta, for one, pay for the fabric. Right. Then you gotta pay for the time. So how much you gotta look at yourself and say, how much am I worth? And how much time am I putting into this? And then you need to times 2, times 3. You need to put whatever markup you're gonna put on there. And it's not overpriced, because I see that all the time. Like being a stylist and a designer, people are like, oh, that costs too much. Honey, you paying for Gucci flip flops that cost $400 plus. That's made in China. It's plastic.
Your kids gonna mess them up.
I went to school for fashion. So all this stuff that these same factories that Walmart and Target, like Kohl's, they be in the same factories and stuff like that from, well, not like Kohl's, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like those same luxury brands, they be in the same freaking warehouses. They be in the same manufacturing houses and stuff as these other brands. The only thing is they built the credibility, and it's just their brand awareness and exposure that they have. It's just like with Apple too. That stuff is made in China with other brands, and that market that they put on that is
that's what Soulja Boy. Okay, and I know Soulja Boy was just talking about this. All this stuff comes from China, but because Soulja Boy did it, now it's fake. Now it's like it ain't shit. Now it ain't nothing. But Soulja Boy did it in a totally different light, and that's the way we need to come with this. This is like handmade out of her brain. Like y'all have to think about that. This is creativity at its finest. So what you said, I'm on your side.
And then it's like too, you gotta look at it like this. Y'all wanna be so customized and so personal. Why not shop with somebody who's on the come up, who's on the rise, who can give you something that's more personal than you gonna get from a Gucci, which everybody gonna rock the same fit. You're gonna see other people in it, when really you could be messing with somebody who's coming up, who's got a great product. You know what I'm saying? And we have to adopt a better mindset as people. Like literally, there's nothing wrong with supporting your brother. There's nothing wrong with supporting your sister. Like literally give people a chance. And the price does not matter, because at the end of the day, people know their worth. And whatever they want to say they worth, you gotta respect it.
Now, I do want to say, if you're throwing out really good prices, you got that point, you can't forget about the quality of the customer service that you are providing. So like what I said, you have to learn to be able to earn. So if you know you don't have no customer service skills, you might need to go shop at a retail store or whatever, or you need to shop somewhere or learn those good customer service skills, those interpersonal skills, which is listening and talking, so that way you know how to communicate with your audience. And one thing my business coach has told me, she said, how do you look at your brand? Do you view your brand as a Saks Fifth or Barney's, or do you look at your brand as Walmart? And it's nothing wrong with Walmart at all. You just have to know your target.
Got them Shacks in there. That's for the community.
But you gotta know who your target is. If you're more of a Walmart, it's nothing wrong with it. Walmart make a lot of money just like Barney's make. Maybe your target is more cost efficient for that consumer. But with my brand, that's why I haven't put nothing out, because I want to really take it to the next level. And fashion is more than just screen print, different stuff like that. I'm not knocking those who do that, because you have to start somewhere, because I started there. But like when I'm actually sketching, and like what Blue said, putting those like designs together and really doing quality control, not the rap artists in the group, but like really with the fabrics and that reassurance with that, like that takes time and that takes patience. So I'd rather be patient with myself and make sure I'm going to put out some heat and some quality work versus just keep putting stuff out there just to just say I'm putting stuff out there.
It's very true, very true. So at the end of the day, this is the wrap up. We have to take a better stance in our community, and basically, man, we have to do better. Like if we gonna say, hey, we not supporting something, everybody has to follow that lead. Right. Like we cannot keep, I must be my own self. Cause don't get me wrong, I love us as black people. We want to be so unique, so bad, and we already are as the spirits of who we are. Cause every person was made different. But at the end of the day, we still gotta stand together.
Yep, exactly. So definitely, hey, if I got anything else to say, man, stick together. You want to?
That's a nut.
That's a nut.
She's done. I'm just making.
No, but this is the last thing. It's 2019, and these brands, these luxury brands that are not black owned, they know what they're doing. That blackface, that I feel like apology is not enough. Like,
not at all.
You know what you're doing. Like I feel like
70% is not enough.
H&M, like
Whatever.
it's other brands too that's been doing stuff like that where it's like they not even slick about it. They just like, we putting it out there and you're very discreet. You're not even throwing like subtweets type stuff.
Like,
you just throwing it out there. So I feel like an apology is not enough. But what Dapper Dan has said, like I really feel as though he was saying like we need to take those bigger brands and they need to do more things for under like privileged and like people, because it's a lot of talent that goes unnoticed. And I've worked in luxury retail. I've worked at Louis Vuitton. I've worked with Nordstrom. I had a chance to work with Gucci, but I just didn't see myself as a sales associate. I know you have to start somewhere, but if I already did that, like I know I could bring more to the table. So they need more like culture, more diversity in those type of places, because that's not acceptable. And we are very talented.
This has been an open discussion topic on Gucci and everything that's been going on, the whole boycott and everything. I go by the name of the Sensei Blue.
And I'm Black Pat.
And I'm Bria Charlize.
And oh yeah, go vote for her.
Yes.
The Local Love too?
Yes, so the Local Love Awards, basically go to LLawards.com/vote. That's just awards that radio personality Lady J put on every year to just basically bring light to those individuals that's really working in the city of Dallas-Fort Worth. So vote for me, Fashion Guru of the Year. You can vote every day with different electronic devices until February 25th at midnight. So
Vote.
we gotta put on for the millennials, so vote for your girl.
Nah, for real. Y'all want to see change in the community? This is change right now.